Australian Surf Rowers League Staminade Round 1 of the Triple Crown Series, coming to you from Surfers Paradise Beach on the beautiful Queensland Gold Coast. We have an action-packed day of surf boat racing coming up. I'm Glenn Hawke, great to be here in commentary alongside Grant Wilkinson. And Wilco, what a day we've got.
Yeah, that's right. First round of the Triple Crown. It should be a fantastic day of racing. Set up the whole series.
These surf boats racing today come from an era when they were part of the regular surf life-saving equipment. They've long been superseded by the inflatable rubber boats that are lighter, faster and more manoeuvrable. However, surf boats have survived as a team sport and are one of the most popular events at surf life-saving carnivals. Wilco, tell us a little bit more about these boats and the positions in them.
Yeah, well, the bow seat is also called number one, so he's at the front of the boat. That's probably the most technical and also the most dangerous position. You hit the waves first. Number 2 seat is second bow. That's part of what forms the engine room, the middle pair of the boat. That's where most of your power and grunt comes from. Second stroke, that's where your big men, big women sit. You get most of your power of the whole boat out of that one seat there. But arguably the most important seat out of the whole boat is the stroke, also called 4 seat. They sit closest to the sweep. They set up the rhythm and the timing for the entire boat. The sweep, of course, they're the only ones who actually see what's coming at them on the way to sea. So they call the shots. They're also double as the coach and mentor for most of these crews. So they've got a dual role there. They steer you home, get you back to the beach, hopefully in one piece.
Well, surf boat racing is action-packed, unpredictable, and it's what draws these people to the sport.
Cracking a big wave from the turning can is the ultimate thrill.
There's nothing better than catching a big solid wave or punching through a big solid wave in a surf boat. It's one of the best feelings, best natural highs you can possibly get.
I love being down here on the beach with your mates. You're in a team, a crew, you've got that camaraderie.
These days, everybody's got to bleed, everybody's got to hurt.
You come out of the boat and you've got nothing left when you get out of the boat.
The thrill of being able to come across the line together and feel like you've achieved something.
It's a lifestyle. You know, the Australians love the beach and it's a fantastic lifestyle. And on a day like today on Surfers Paradise Beach, it's absolutely fantastic.
We certainly do have a fantastic afternoon here on Surfers Paradise Beach. Now the women's cruise into the water very, very shortly. Already been through 4 races each. This is the 5th and final round of this series. Wilco, some fantastic action already this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. The crews have already been racing all weekend and it's fairly tight between all the crews. There's not a lot separating any of the teams here, any of the crews from any of the states. It's a really well spread out field on both the men and the women.
Well, the sun's certainly shining brightly here on the Gold Coast, but tell us a little bit about the conditions in the water.
Actually, it's not too bad. The wind is just starting to pick up out of the northeast. The swell is only small, but it's tricky. There was a strong wind yesterday, and that's left quite a bump on the water. So although the swell isn't too big, it's actually quite technical out there. You'll see some crews going sideways, some scooting away on runs, and it's for a very small surf, it's actually very technical and very tricky.
Well, you've seen all these crews in action so far. Who are the ones to beat here this afternoon?
In the women, I'd have to say Kurrawa and North Cottesloe. They've been the 2 form crews throughout the early rounds.
Well, there you see the Kurrawa crew out in front on 42 points, but only 3 points separating the top 5. Very, very tight up the front. The Allura Wilcos hanging in there for a finals berth. They're currently sitting on 6th place on 38 points. Maruya makes up the top 10. Maroochydore Minx, South Narrabeen, Alex Headlands, Callabudra and the South Australian crew make up the top 15. Right through to the Carlton Park Icebreakers. They are sitting in 20th place. The crew's just getting the boats down in the water. That is the Kurrawa crew, currently sitting out in front of the women's table. Let's take a look at how they line up for heat number 1. Carlton Park in alley number 1, North Cottesloe, Scarborough, St Kilda, Dial before you dig, and the Kurrawa crew in alley number 5. Well, Wilco, we have a crack field here. Number 1 and number 3 ranked already. This will be a great race.
Yeah, it should be a fairly tight race here. Alleys will come into play here. You see the Carlton Park crew. They've got the dreaded alley 1. It hasn't been favourable for any crew all day, but Kurrawa looking like they've just got a really good start there. So they should be able to set this race up fairly well straight off the start.
Yeah, we're on board there with the Kurrawa crew. The girls getting through this tricky little short break there nicely.
You see St Kilda here just setting the boat up here. They've all just made it through the shore break. Again, not very big surf, but just enough bounce on the water. You see St Kilda there just getting hit by a little one, just enough to stop it. And you'd see the water sloshing around the bottom of the boat. The pumps will be working overtime there to clear that out.
So the Kurrawa crew working nicely out towards the cans, just out in front there As you see, the North Cottesloe crew also right up in front, are battling two already here in this race as they head towards the Cairns.
Yes, no surprise to see those two crews out in front there, neck and neck. And they'll have a really good battle here. Not one crew will want to give way to the other here. They know how much is on the line.
Kurrawa and North Cottesloe, as you can see, both of those crews right out in front already, just heading towards the Cairns now, and it looks like the crew from Kurrawa will turn first and head for the beach.
Yeah, not the best turn there from Kurrawa. It'll be interesting to see how North Cottesloe got around. They probably lost about a length there. Just the stroke looked like she lost her all, lost control of it. So North Cottesloe, if they've got a good turn there, they should be away with this.
Looks like the Kurrawa crew's got about a boat length on North Cottesloe now. Just looking at those positions as they come through the Cairns, Kurrawa, North Cottesloe, Scarborough, it will be St Kilda and Carlton Park. That's how they will turn the Cairns, and that's how they will head for the beach. But it is Kurrawa now, working hard all the way through to the beach here. They will want to make it another win. Already picked up 3 wins this weekend already. Win number 4 looks like it could be on the cards.
Kurrawa just dropping off the back of the run here. Again, they won't want to miss these waves here. They know how much is online. This first round of the Triple Crown forms part of the series that will select the Australian team. North Cottesloe are the current Australian representatives from last year. Kurrawa would dearly love to knock them off.
You said a few of these little runs here they're looking to try and pick up to work all the way through the beach here. The surf a little bit unpredictable today though, Wilco.
Yeah, again, just a little bit of wind chop left over from yesterday and the wind starting to pick up today. So although the surf isn't big, it's very tricky and very technical.
So Kurrawa now working hard all the way through to the beach. They've got a good couple of boat lengths now on North Cottesloe. Fantastic race here by the team from Kurrawa, and they are going to come through and they will win this first round. What a fantastic row here by the team from Kurrawa.
Yeah, just sitting there relaxing. They know they've got this one now, so they'll come across the line nice and easy. Looks like North Cottesloe will come across in second.
Well, those two crews got out nice and early, a fantastic start, and that's how they turn the Cairns, and that's how they will finish. Kurrawa taking out heat number 1, North Cottesloe second. Let's take a look how they finish. It was Scarborough Shadows finished in 3rd place, St Kilda Dial Before You Dig coming in 4th, and Carlton Park Icebreakers will finish in 5th place. It's time to move to heat number 2 here in the Staminade Triple Crown Series for women. Let's take a look at how the crews will line up for heat number 2. The Torquay Groovers in alley number 1. Maria will line up in 2. Tullabudgera in 3. Alex Headlands in 4. And the South Australian crew from Southport Shooters, they will be in alley number 5. And Wilco, crews from right across Australia taking part in this heat here today.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a Victorian crew, South Australia, and a couple of Queensland and New South Wales crew. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Southport Shooters been going very, very well. On board with them now to just punch through this little one. You see them just pausing, let the wave come underneath before the boat drops and they're on their way again. Torquay, closest to the screen there. The Victorians, they're sitting in 5th place leading on this final round there. They need to hang on to 5th to ensure they make the final.
So Torquay in 5th, Southport Shooters in 4th. They're at either end of the course here, and no doubt will be the two crews who'll be looking to battle it out and, as you say, make that all-important top 5 and get them through to the final this afternoon.
That's right. Looked like Torquay had a very good start there, but again, alley 1 hasn't been the favourable alley all day in either the men or the women. They've been really struggling out of that alley. So Southport do have the advantage there, but the two bookends, alley 1 and 5, they'll be battling this out right through to the line.
So Alex Headland, Tullabudgera and Maruya, the 3 crews in the middle already. They've fallen back a little bit and they look like they could be battling out for minor placings. But as you said, either end of the course, Torquay to the north, Southport Shooters to the south. As you can see there on screen there, the team from Torquay, maybe just ahead a little bit coming into the Cairns, and at the far side we have Southport. It's currently sitting in 2nd place as they're heading towards the Cairn here. The Southport girls really pushing hard to try and get themselves around the Cairns first.
And you could just hear the sweep there on the GoPro on the helmet cam. You say they had good water leading into the can. That means that the boat isn't bouncing up and down. You see the Torquay boat there. Just when it hits chops, it starts to bounce up and down. It means you lose forward momentum on the boat. The Southport girls had probably 3 or 4 really good strokes in relatively flat water. That makes a big difference on the run into the can and on your turn.
Well, there's the Southport Shooters. They will go round in first, but Torquay not far behind them. We have a real battle on our hands coming into the beach. As we can see around the Cairns, Southport, Torquay, Alex Headland, Maruya and Tullabudgera. That's how they will head back to the beach for heat number 2.
Torquay still doing a good job here. Look like just running along the top of one here. They'll need to keep this together. They don't want to let Southwell get too far away. Again, they're in 5th place currently on the point score. They want to make sure that they get into that final. Only top 5 make the final. They're in the 5th place at the moment.
We can hear the Southport sweep, Jeff Haggerty, screaming out some instructions to the girls there. He's got them in front and he wants to keep them there. Torquay just fallen off the back of that. That won't help their cause as they head towards the beach. And it looks like the Southport shooters, they're out in front by a little bit here over Torquay. They're going to try and push it all the way to the beach, get themselves an all-important 11 points to hold on to that top 5 place.
Did you see the sweep there? He said, we've got a little one. That's all you need on a day like today. Just a tiny little run. Just bridge that gap. Give you that buffer between you and the other crews. All you need to do is just get across that line first. Doesn't matter how you do it.
Well, Southport, they've already picked themselves up 2 wins here this afternoon, and it looks like they're going to make it win number 3. Sitting in 4th place coming into this heat. They will keep themselves in that all-important top 5 position and work through to the final this afternoon. The Southport shooters, they have wrapped up heat number 2. The Torquay Groovers, a fantastic race by them. They will finish 2nd. Let's take a look at how all 5 crews cross the line for this heat number 2. Well, as we can see, Southport shooters, they pick up the maximum points. Torquay Groovers coming in 2nd. Alex Headland in 3rd. Maruya Dial before you dig finish 4th. And the Tullabudgera Tigers come in 5th place.
Well done on that. What was the best part of it?
Coming home with the runners, trying to get as many skates as you can, trying to work it out. The girls did a good ride home. So,
what about your start? How did you feel about that?
We got off the beach pretty well. We got hit by a couple of little chops, but we got off the beach pretty well.
What did you girls think of it?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's good. Good to finish like that. Yeah.
Well, it's time now for heat number 3, and my co-commentator Wilco, he's jumped out of the commentary box and down into the boat this time, lining up for the Allura Wilcos, as you can see in alley number 4. He's up against Met Caloundra, Tannum Sands and the Currumbin Vikings. A very important heat coming up. We have teams 6th, 7th and 8th coming into round number 5. And there is Wilco and the team from Allura, just 1 point outside of the top 5. They will want maximum points to see if they can book themselves a berth in the final. You can see just getting through that tricky little shore break. A couple of waves they need to get over here. As you can hear, Wilco just telling the girls to hold there, get all the weight towards the back of the boat, lifts the bow up and gets them through nicely. There's the crew from Met Caloundra as well. They're negotiating a couple of tricky waves. We're on board with them right now. The Met Caloundra leftovers. The girls working it hard here through some flat water, getting some good strokes and see if they can keep in touch with Allura Wilco, who are out in front there. You can see it's a nice flat water to get driving through this now and propelling them out into the front. You can see across the water there at either end of this race, we have the Met Caloundra crew in alley number 2 at the northern end of the beach. Allura Wilco at the southern end of the beach in alley number 5. They are our top 2 crews as they head towards the cans. The girls from Met Caloundra have already had 1 win, a 2nd, a 3rd and a 4th coming into this, so no doubt they'll be looking for another win to try and keep them in touch with this top 5 and hopefully getting themselves a berth in the final here this afternoon. But I'm not too sure what's happening here with the Met Caloundra crew. It looks like they've just swung themselves around to the south a little bit. They'll straighten up as you can see now, but that may have given the team from Allura Wilco's crew a little bit of an edge, and they are heading out towards the can. They might get themselves in front and that all-important turning first as they head back towards the beach, but it looks like Allura Wilco is the team out in front. Back on board now with the Met Caloundra crew. Looks like they've got themselves back on track, back on course, and sitting currently in 2nd place. Well, here we can see the Allura team. Allura Wilco, they will get around the cans first. It looks like they've taken advantage of that little misadventure there by the team from Met Caloundra. They've got around the cans first. Met Caloundra now, they'll turn around in 2nd. Tannum Sands will turn the cans in 3rd, and the Currumbin Vikings, yet to pick up a win here this afternoon, they will turn in 4th place as they head back towards home. It is the Allura crew, as with our man Wilco at the sweep, directing the girls all the way home. Here you can see a couple of runs starting to build here as they head back home, and it looks like the team from Allura has got one right now. Back on board now with Met Caloundra. A little bit of work to do. They're about a boat length behind. And it looks like Allura is the team to catch here in heat number 3. As we saw a little bit of a misadventure there by the team from Met Caloundra. That's probably going to cost them here as the Allura crew And there they are on board. They're about a boat length or so out in front now, and they will be hoping to wrap this one up and take the full maximum 11 points to keep them in touch with the top 5 and hopefully give them a berth here this afternoon. With the Met Caloundra crew stroking hard now to try and get themselves on this bit of a run, and they do so. Give them a chance to rest the legs, rest the arms.
This one for sure.
Allura Wilco now, they're pushing hard now. They've got themselves a nice little run, and that might be enough to get them all the way through to the beach and get them a win here in heat number 3. And well done to the girls and well done to Wilco. They will wrap it up, heat number 3. Met Caloundra now just straightening things up to get themselves over the line, and they will finish in second place. That is their second place of the weekend. As we can see, the teams from Tannum Sands and Currumbin, they will wrap up the minor placings in heat number 3. Well done to the crew from Allura. There is our runners up there in Met Caloundra. Let's take a look at the official placings for heat number 3. And as we can see, Allura Wilco, all maximum 11 points. That will keep them in touch of the top 5. Met Caloundra, Tannum Sands and Currumbin Vikings round out the 4. It's time to move on now to heat number 4. 5 boats will line up in this one, and it's time to take a look at how they will line up for this heat number 4. The Mooloolaba Tiger Lilies in alley number 1, Henley Pirates in 2, the Lawn Edge in the middle of the field, South Narrabeen Stingers are in alley number 4, and the Maroochydore Minx will line up in alley number 5. Well, Wilco, he's got out of the boat, he's back in the commentary box, and well done, mate, on a great win.
Yeah, thank you. The girls really clicked in that one. We come away with a good win there, especially to beat Met Caloundra. They were on fire, so the girls definitely needed that. Hopefully that'll get us into the final, but into heat 4 here, and looks like a fairly even start across the board.
Yeah, Lawn Edge, the team in the middle of the race here. I think they're going to be the ones to beat here. They've had 2 wins and 2 seconds, rowing fantastic right across this weekend already. Yeah, and swept by Big Jeff Matthews from down there in Lawn. His father and grandfather, actually, Herbie Matthews Jr. and Senior, both Sydney Swans club legends, life members there. And Jeff, instead of going with the round ball around the park, he's decided to take up surf boats. Well, we mentioned there in alley number 2 is the Henley Pirates. They're actually rowing in the boat from Warhope here this afternoon. They obviously didn't bring their boat with them, but how tough is that for a different crew to get into a different boat and row successfully? It is quite tough. It's like giving a cyclist a different bike or something like that. Every boat will be set up for each individual crew, so things like seat heights and the rollick positions and everything like that, even the lengths of the oars will make a big difference on how the boat runs and how it feels. So Warhope Bonny Hills, the club there on the north coast of New South Wales, great job to borrow their boat to Henley, but the Henley Pirates, they'll be feeling just that slight change in the boat there. They still look like they're going quite well here though. No problems whatsoever for the crew in the number 3 alley, the Lawn Edge, as we said. They've been rowing fantastic right throughout the weekend already. Looks like they've got about a 2 or 3 boat length lead going into the Cairns. Yeah, and Jeff will have them running home very well as well. He's a very good technician on the run home from the Cairns, chasing the waves, chasing the runs, and I can't see him getting beaten from here. So Lawn Edge, as we said, 2 wins, 2 seconds already this weekend. They're currently sitting in second place on the table. They look like a win here this afternoon will certainly wrap up a berth in the final this afternoon. So Lawn, Maroochydore, South Narrabeen, Henley and Mooloolaba, that is how they rounded the Cairns and will head home here in heat number 4. Yeah, on board with Maroochydore here. Started off the day a little shakily, but they're getting stronger and stronger every race they do. So they're in second at the moment. They'll be happy to come away with this second place here, leading into the final. Yeah, as you say, Maroochydore, they started with 2 fourths, a second and a third. Can they hold on here for a top 3 place? It looks like Lawn Edge will edge out the rest of the teams here. They're doing it very nicely and looks like they will wrap up a victory here in heat number 4. Battle still well and truly on for the minor placing. The South Narrabeen Stingers and Maroochydore Minx, they will battle it out for second and third. It was Maroochydore who turned the Cairns in second, but South Narrabeen, they're really putting it to in these final stages of this race. As you can see, it will be Lawn who will wrap it up, but Maroochydore and South Narrabeen, they will push it hard all the way to the beach. Lawn Edge will get over the line in first. As we said, the battle on for second and third. South Narrabeen and Maroochydore, they're going stroke for stroke, as you can see at the back of the screen there, all the way to the edge. But it looks like it will be South Narrabeen Stingers. They're the ones who got across the line in second place. Maroochydore Minx will finish in third. The Henley Pirates, as you can see there in the Warhope boat, they are going to come across the line in 4th place, followed by the Mooloolaba Tiger Lilies. Well, Wilco, another fantastic race. Great performance by the Lawn Edge, but there's certainly a great battle for 2nd and 3rd as well.
Yeah, that's right. Lawn Edge showing their class, but South Narrabeen just nipping past Maroochydore. Maroochydore won't be too happy about that. Henley Pirates coming in 4th, and Mooloolaba Tiger Lilies unfortunately taking up 5th spot.
Well done, everybody. That's a great finish.
Yeah, it's been a good day for us. We've raced really well all day. We've had some good results. I think we've had 3 firsts and 2 seconds. So we look forward to participating in the final now.
And here is our top 5 who will go through to the final. Kurrawa, Lawn, Southport, North Cottesloe and Allura Wilco. They will make up our top 5 finalists. Torquay Gribbers just missing out there, 1 point outside of the top 5. Maroochydore Mix will finish in 11th place. Talabunchera Tigers will be in 15th, right through to the Lawn Clippers, finished in 20th spot. Well, that ends our women's preliminary rounds. Coming up very shortly, the big boys are in the boats. Open men's round number 5.